Start by making yourself a white bar. Then make another white bar. Then attach these two white bars together to make one white center. Then make yourself a yellow bar, making sure not to disturb the white bar. And that'll fix it. Then make another yellow bar and then attach it to this yellow bar like this. Then you need to make 3 white 3x3 edges and then put them into the bottom layer as the same color scheme as the cross on 3x3. You should know how to solve a 3x3, so doing this should be pretty easy. Then we are going to build the last 4 centers, making sure not to break up any of the things that we just solved. So pick any color and then make a bar out of that color, and then you want to make the other bar for the same color and then attach them together to make a center. Also, don't break up anything that you've already solved. When you're solving these centers, make sure you're following the same color scheme as a 3x3. So on a 3x3, the color scheme goes blue, red, green, orange, and that's with white on the bottom and yellow on the top. So we have just solved the yellow center. Now we're gonna solve next to it, should be green. So make a green bar and then make another green bar, and then you need to attach it using the same trick that we used for the yellow center. And that'll solve it. Once you get to the last 2 centers, it could get a little more difficult. So what you're trying to get to is either 2 solved centers or where you have 2 sets of bars and you could just make a center. You may get a case that looks like this. It's 2 L shapes. The way to solve this is make one of them an L shape and one of them a 7. And then just do the first 3 moves of the sexy move, but make sure that the R moves are double layered. So that'll solve it. You also could get a case that looks like this, where you have 2 checkerboard pattern looking thingies. The way to solve this is focus on one color, put 2 of the pieces closest together, and then do wide R, U2, and then wide R prime. That'll give you 2 bars and you can just solve it like that. There are many more cases, but you could just figure them out by yourself. Now we must solve all of the edges. So pick a color. So I'm gonna do orange and blue, and then I'll do orange and blue. So I'm gonna insert them. So one of them is in the bottom and one of them is in the top, so I can actually pair them. And then I'll pair them, move them into the top, and then slice back. You can also use that flipping algorithm to help you solve the edges, and just solve edges until you can't replace it with anything else, and all the top pieces are solved. To the last 4 edges. So some of them may solve themselves because it's only 4 edges that you need to solve, but I'll just show you one edge and you could just apply the same concept for all of them. So if you have these 2, this is an easy case, so you just put it on top and then move it into top layer, but that's not good because you can't replace it with anything. So the way to do this is actually flip one of them, and then what you need to do is slice the bottom layer and then flip it again and then slice back, and that'll solve it. You literally just built yourself a giant 3x3. So just solve it like a 3x3, but don't click off this video yet because there are some special cases that you need to look out for. First special case is called OLL parity, or if you use the beginner method, it's just, I don't know, parity, last layer parity, number 1, because there's 2 of these, and the first one looks like this. You have 1 oriented, or you could have 3 oriented and then 1 not, but I have 1 oriented. So I need to fix this. The way to fix this is to do the OLL parity algorithm. It goes like this, and then X rotation, and then that rotates to the bottom, and then just continue. And that'll give you a possible case, and you could just continue. And then you also might get a special case for PLL, or I'll show what happens in the beginner's method also. But this is not a possible PLL algorithm, So you need to do the PLL parity algorithm. It's a lot simpler than OLL parity, and it goes like this. And that'll give you a possible PLL that you can actually solve. And that's it. If you use the beginner's method, you may get something that looks like this. And the way to solve this, this is not possible, by the way. So these two are in the right spot, but these two aren't. This is not possible. And the way to solve this is just do the PLL parity algorithm. And then you have to redo the step, but it will give you a possible case. So just solve it as usual. I'm not good at this. Why am I not good at beginner's method? Just solve it, okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like. And if you want to slowly progress to the 5x5, then consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time.